Hey, welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Today, I am bringing you beginner to intermediate full body Pilates chair class. This is going to be a full body building up our strength, becoming familiar working on the chair again. To be honest, it has been a minute since I've been on the chair, so I hope this workout inspires you to pick up your Pilates chair again and use it. It is a wonderful piece of equipment, and I really enjoyed putting this workout together for you. So today, everybody's Pilates chair is a little bit different, so keep in mind, know how to adjust your springs for your chair. Most Pilates chair has a tree in the back, starting with the highest level, a number 4, going down to the lowest spring number, a number 1. So if I am using one spring, that number will always be followed by a 0. For example, if I'm on just 1 3 spring, one number 3, I'll call it a 30. If I am on 2 springs, I'll call it a 31, a 32, depending, and whatever that last number is where you put that second spring. So today my springs are set up on a 33, so I have 2 springs on the second to top numbers, both of my springs on, so a number 33. We also need our mats. We'll pull them out later in the workout, and then I do have a sticky mat depending on your chair and what type of pants you're wearing, so you choose what you want. When you're ready, we're going to begin sitting down on the chair. We're going to begin with footwork. So I am going to go ahead, have a seat towards the edge of my chair. I am going to bring my heels sits bones distance apart. That's 1 fist between both legs. You have the option with your hands to bring them to the side or bring them to the front. I prefer towards the side. It's a personal preference. I want you to draw those abs in, send those shoulders back and down. Go ahead, drop those heels just a little bit to feel your alignment. Sitting nice and tall on those sitting bones, you're going to take an inhale to prepare. On that exhale, you're going to send that pedal down and resist it up. Now remember, the goal is not to get all the way down to the floor. The goal is to keep your back upright without allowing your body to tilt and rock with the chair. So you're stacking your spine up nice and tall behind that imaginary wall. Your shoulders are away from your ears and your back and spine are straight. Exhale it up, inhale, press it down. Let's go for 4, 3, 2 more here, and then we're going to hold that pedal halfway. 1 more. Next time you come down, let that pedal rise halfway. Go ahead, give me itty bitty pulses, inch up, inch down, controlling that pedal, controlling that pelvis, really keeping those abs pulled in, shoulders down, spine is straight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring that pedal all the way up. We're going to slide to the arches of the feet. So feet are still sits bones distance apart. We're sitting up nice and tall over our sitting bones. Press the pedal down just a little bit to organize your body. From here, go ahead, press it down, resist it up. So again, being mindful of that pelvis, staying still. Exhale, inhale up. We have 4, 3, last 2. We'll find that pedal halfway. Let's bring that pedal halfway. Little pulses here, up and down. Think about keeping those tight pair of jeans on. Really feeling it in the quads here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring that pedal all the way up. And we're going to slide to the balls of the feet. All 10 toes, making real estate, bring that pedal down so your arches are not too high. Shoulders back and down, abs pulled in. When you're ready, inhale to prepare. Exhale, press the pedal down, resist it up. So you're trying to keep those heels lifted, but not like you have a super high heel on. Keeping everything stable, tight. We have 3 for 2. Last one, we'll find that halfway mark. Just hold the pedal there, press it down another inch. I want you to flex and point. Flex, point. Work into that ankle articulation. Last 3 for 2 and 1. Go ahead, lift those heels. Bring that pedal on up, and carefully you can bring your legs long, give them a shake out, and then you can carefully come stand up on the floor. We're gonna turn around, we're gonna face our carriage. Now I'm gonna move my sticky pad for right now. We're gonna come do some lunges onto the chair. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna hold on to your chair. You're gonna go ahead, press that pedal all the way down. Now this pedal is heavy because we want it to be able to support us. Please be mindful, if you have handles, this is where you'll need them, or for balance reasons, be close to a wall. I'm gonna take my inside foot, which for me is my right foot. It's coming into the middle of the chair. From here, we're gonna press through that heel onto the chair, hands at your hips or hands at the wall or on your handles. Take a big deep inhale, exhale, push through that heel on the chair, carefully come on up and step it down. So you're trying to stabilize, really pushing your weight through the heel as you come up and down. Inhale up, I'm exhaling as I come down. Inhale as I push. Remember, the breath is a tool, not a rule. So you breathe what feels comfortable for your body. We have 4 more. 4, don't let that pedal push you up too fast. 3, push through that heel. 2, last one. Go ahead, come all the way up. Reorganize yourself. Hands are coming to prayer or to hold the wall or handles. You're gonna come down halfway. You're gonna hinge yourself over that leg. From here, you're gonna press it in and extend it out. Bring it in, drive that weight through the heel. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. That shake was real. Go ahead, press that pedal down carefully. You can take that right foot down, keep it onto the pedal. Go ahead, drop your heels, give yourself a moment. And then we are carefully gonna go ahead, do the same thing on the other side. So now my left foot is coming in to the middle of the chair. Remember, balance is different on each side. So have your handles, have your wall. Abs are pulled in. When you're ready, go ahead, lift yourself up, make any micro adjustment you may need, and come down. Driving that weight through the heel, finding the balance. Find that spot on the wall and breathe. We have 3 for 2. Last one. When you float it up, carefully hold on, take a moment. I'm gonna grab the wall here for a second, readjust my foot. We're gonna hinge ourselves over, drop ourselves halfway down, find your balance. Bend the knee and extend. If you're holding onto that wall, you feel okay. Hands can come to prayer, press it down. 4, 3, I'm shaky. 2, and 1. Go ahead, float that pedal down and carefully bring that leg down and drop both legs. All right. I'm just gonna go ahead, pedal it out here for a moment. All right, keeping that weight where it is, both balls of the feet are staying on the pedal. I'm gonna bring my feet to Pilates V. Now you have an option depending on your height. You can hold at the middle of the chair, or I like to hold up at the horns. I'm gonna bring my arms, my shoulders over my wrist. We're gonna come into pikes. So you're gonna draw those abs in, tuck that chin towards your chest. Your goal is to try to bring the pedal all the way up, 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 up. Drop it down. Does not have to touch the wood on the bottom. Again, bring it up and down. Tuck that chin. Trying to get that pedal all the way up and down. We have 4, 3, 2. Last one. This time I want you to hold it up. Just hold it, hold that pike, click it up to the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring that chair pedal down. Unclick your heels and drop yourself back for a moment. All right, we got 2 more sets. We're gonna go into our obliques. So hands, weights, everything stays the same. The only thing that's changing is I'm taking my right foot, placing it behind my left foot. Hands at the horns or in the middle of the chair. My shoulders are still over my wrist. When you're ready, tuck the chin towards your chest. Float the pedal up, squeeze, come up to the top and bring it down. Again, squeeze, come up, 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 and down. A little harder for me to get to the top here. Really think about trying to get that pedal up. Draw those abs in, squeeze, and up. We got 3 more. Woo. Last 2. Take your time, take a break if you need it. Last one. Carefully place that pedal down. Both feet come back. Drop your heels for a moment. All right, last set. Roll those wrists. Hands are coming back to the position you choose. This time my left foot's coming around my right foot. I'm gonna bring my shoulders over my wrist. Weight is equally distributed. It's gonna float off my left side, going into that right oblique. Take an inhale, exhale, lift. I'm exhaling when I pull up, up, up. Remember, how you breathe doesn't matter. Just do not hold your breath. Trying not to breathe so heavy in the mic. Last 2. Last one. Can you click this one all the way to the top? Come on, you got it. Pull. And bring it down. Great job. Unclick those legs. Go ahead, drop your heels. Take a moment. And then you can carefully step off of that pedal and take your feet off the pedal. Go ahead, roll those shoulders, and we're gonna come around to the other side of the chair. On the other side of the chair, I'm gonna be taking a number 3 off. So that means I'm only gonna have 1 spring on a number 3, so I am on a 30. I'm gonna grab my sticky pad here, put it back on my mat of my chair, and I am gonna go ahead, lay down on my belly, and I'm gonna press this pedal all the way down. Now you want your shoulders back, you want your shoulders in line with your wrist, you want all 5 fingers on the same side. You wanna pull your abs up, send your shoulders back, you want your neck in neutral. Legs can be together, can be hip distance apart, whatever works for you, you can point and flex. From here, we're gonna come into some back mobility, a little bit of swan. So take an inhale, On that exhale, I want you to float that pedal up, keep those abs drawn in, shoulders come back. As you come into what extension works for your body, squeeze the glutes and bring it down. So micro bend, don't lock out those joints. Keep those abs pulled in. Remember, if extension is not for you, just come to your neutral spine and push it back down. Squeeze the glutes. If you have your feet pointed, maybe you want to flex them now. Let's go 3 more here. For 2. Really feel that extension, feel that length as you come out. Last one. Next time you come down, lay yourself long, relax a minute over the pedal. Make yourself a micro adjustment if you need. Fingers are coming facing towards one another, so our elbows are now coming out to the sides of the room. Draw those abdominals in, send those shoulders back and down. From here, head stays in neutral. You're gonna bend the elbows in, they come out to the side, resist it down. Keep those legs strong, point to flex, whatever works for you, legs together or not together. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. Go ahead, press that pedal down. Go ahead, let yourself hang heavy just for a quick moment. We have one more set. We're gonna take those hands wide. Fingers are all on the same side. This time our legs stay straight and active. We're gonna bend at the elbows. Elbows come back towards our rib cage. Extend them down. Back towards our rib cage, extend them down. So think about a push-up. You're bending, pressing. Elbows stay narrow towards your lats as you come in. We got 4, 3, 2, and last one. Go ahead, let that pedal come up. You can carefully come up off that chair. Send your hips back for a moment. We're gonna get a stretch in 1 second. Just round that spine. And from here, I'm gonna give you 2 options. You can stay right here and you can reach over your pedal and do some cat-cow. You're gonna reach it down, draw those abdominals in and come up. Option 2, I'm gonna take my knees to the top of the pedal. My hands are gonna come towards the pedal. Same thing, all 5 fingers. My legs are squeezing together. My abs are pulled in. You need to stabilize through your core. You're gonna drop the pedal down. The booty's gonna come out. So this is like a huge puppy pose. Then from here, I want you to articulate the spine. Your wrists are now over your shoulders. As you push out, straighten that spine. You can come into puppy pose, whichever one feels better for you. Round the spine as you come up. We're giving flexion into that back from all that extension. Let's go for 2 more here. One more. Great job. Go ahead, float that pedal up. Once it comes back to the dock, hands come towards the chair mat and you can step your feet down. We're gonna stay on the same spring. I am gonna have a seat facing you if you could have a seat facing me. Your inside hand, whichever one that is, that's my left, I'm gonna press that pedal all the way down. Now option here, this bottom leg can come down and keep stabilizing. Option 2 is both legs can come out and reach long. You choose where you want to be. Hands can be at your waistline. They can be long or they can be behind your head. I like it long at my waistline. It keeps my body in a better position. So we're gonna float that pedal up just a little bit. We're gonna reach that arm long. As that pedal comes up, I want you to reach towards that toe. So even if you're bent, you're coming down, staying in between those two planes of glass and coming up. If you want it a little more dynamic, making it a full body move, hand can come over and up. Remember, you can always make it a little more difficult. Legs can come out to a diagonal. Legs can be stacked. Right now, this feels pretty good for me. I'm gonna stay here. Let's go for 2 more. One more here. When you come up and over, I want you to hold it there, reach towards the toes. Can you give me little pulses towards the toes? Reach into those obliques. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, press that pedal down. Reach your arm over one more time for lateral flexion. Drop that leg. Maybe allow yourself to have some rotation for a big mermaid stretch. We can carefully float that pedal up. And I'm gonna go ahead, turn around on the other side, do the same thing here. So I am gonna come, this time my right hip's gonna be down. I'm gonna press my pedal down. I'm gonna organize my body first. My hips come towards the edge of the mat. I'm on my side, not rolling back. Hips are stacked. Shoulder is in line with the wrist, all fingers. Foot is flexed or long. You're gonna float the pedal up, squeeze, arm reaches towards the foot and bring it down. Hands can be at your head as well, choosing where you wanna be. I think I get deeper into my oblique with my hand reaching towards my foot. Again, we're not looking for perfection. We're looking for progress. So if it's been a while like me, since I've been on the chair, I'm not expecting it to be perfect, but I definitely am feeling it. Last 2. We got 1 more, I lost count there. 1 more up, hold it up this time. Flex the foot, let little pulses towards the foot. Pulse it, squeeze the oblique. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, press that pedal down. Bring your arm over for lateral flexion. Drop the leg. Maybe even rotate towards the pedal. All right, we're gonna float that pedal on up. We are gonna turn around, face away from that pedal. We're gonna sit opposite of our pedal now. We're coming into some abdominal work. I'm gonna stay on this 30 spring. If you want this more challenging, if this is not enough for you, drop that spring down to a number 2, or you can, drop that spring down to a number 2 if you want it more challenging. I'm gonna go ahead, bring my hands to the pedal. Legs are coming into tabletop. So I'm gonna adjust myself first. I'm gonna sit at the very edge of the chair. All 5 fingers are on the same side again. We're drawing those abs in, finding our legs in tabletop, shoulders are back and down. Zip those abs in, stabilize through your core. First set here is we're just gonna move the arms, bringing it down, squeeze, lift, and come up. Again, you're trying to bring that pedal all the way up, stabilizing through your core and your lower body. So a 2 would definitely be a lot harder, less support. If this is too hard, you could always add a number 1 or a number 2 on, or just bring that number 3 up to a number 4. Let's go for 2 more. Squeeze the abdominals together, trying to keep those hips heavy. Legs aren't moving, just your abdominals. Last one here. Go ahead, take a moment, bring those feet down. Roll those shoulders. We're gonna go into set number 2. You can stay with the same move we just did in set number 1. I'm gonna give you some add-on options here. Hands come back to the pedal again. Legs come up to tabletop. Stabilize through your core first. Situate yourself, shoulders are back. You're gonna press the pedal down. Now from here, you're gonna lift the pedal up. Every time you bring the pedal down, you can tap one leg out for single leg stretch. You have another option. You can toe tap instead of single leg stretch. Option 3 is you can extend both legs out, pull them in. I'm gonna stay 45 with both legs. If you want it harder, you could drop those legs lower, but this is good for me. Think about squeezing, bringing the nose to the knees. Stay out of the shoulders. Don't lock out those elbows. Lot to think about, and breathe. Last 2. Last 1. Bring it on in. Woo. And carefully float yourself up. Go ahead, just fold yourself in half for a moment. Let everything hang heavy. Let those shoulders hang. And then we are going to stay on that 1-3-0, and this is where we're gonna grab our mat. So I'm gonna take my mat and I am gonna bring it down towards the edge of my chair. Now I have that 3-0 on, we're gonna stay there and then we will change it for one of our last moves. So I'm gonna go ahead, lie myself down. My feet are coming to that pedal. Just go ahead, lie yourself down, heels or Achilles are on the pedal, hip distance apart. I just want you to go ahead, push that pedal down and just feel that you have nice control of when you lower and lift that pedal. Arms are reaching by your sides. We're gonna go ahead, bring our heels back onto the pedal. When you're ready, we're gonna go for double lower lifts. We're just gonna bring the heels towards the glutes. So bend the knees, drop the pedal towards the bottom, resist it up. So bending the heels towards the glutes, working into those hamstrings, bending and extending. Exhale, pull the pedal towards your glutes. Inhale, the pedal comes up. I'm trying to hold this pedal with my heels instead of my Achilles. I have a really bad blister and it's pushing into it. So let's see if I can do it. There we go. We have 3 more. Controlling, pulling those heels towards the glutes. For 2. Last one, you're gonna push that pedal all the way down. Now adjust your feet so your feet are holding that pedal. Now this pedal is gonna be light, so it's your job to push down with those heels into that pedal. We're gonna take that pelvis, we're gonna articulate our spine, press through the arms, rotate it up, squeeze the glutes. Pedal is pressing down. Take an inhale at the top, exhale, roll it down. Again, squeeze into those heels, try to stabilize that pedal, tilt the pelvis, roll it up. Feel those hamstrings activating as you're pushing that weight down through the pedal. Let's go for 3 more here. Really activating those hamstrings. Take a break if you need to. One more here. Articulate it up. Push through those heels. Roll it down. Great job. Float that pedal all the way up. Carefully. Let's go ahead, reach those legs long. Can you reach your arms up overhead? Take a nice full body stretch. Take a few breaths here. And then I'm gonna go ahead, take my feet, bring them down. And we are carefully gonna roll ourselves up and just take a spring change. So I am gonna be changing my one spring from a 30 to a 20. So I'm coming down just to one number 2. I am gonna lie myself back, but this time I'm gonna move myself just a little bit closer to the chair. So my heels are resting on top of that chair mat. My arms are gonna be reaching long. My left foot is gonna come on to the chair, so the heel of my left foot. My right heel is pushing down into the mat of the chair. My arms are by my sides. We are coming up for single leg bend and extend. We're gonna draw those abs in, but we're gonna lift our hips. So you're finding yourself into a hip hinge. You have a long line from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. Drop those shoulders down, keep them away from your ears. From here, you're gonna press the pedal down, resist it up. You're trying to keep those hips level. Remember, the goal is not how far you can bring the pedal. It's listening to your body, just working into those hamstrings. Everybody's range of motion is different, so just be honest that those hips are staying stable. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, last 1. Extend that leg long. Go ahead, hinge it down and bring it to the chair mat. Roll that leg, roll that ankle, and then we are gonna switch to the other side. So heel of my right foot is now on the pedal, left heel is on the chair mat. Arms are by my sides, we're hinging the hips up. Find that straight line, abs are pulled in, rib cage is not splaying. From here, press the pedal down, resist it up. I felt my head drop right away, so I wasn't being honest with myself. We're just pulling the heel towards the glute, resisting it back. Remember that resistance counts as much as that press down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, release that pedal, hinge the hips down, and extend that leg long. Roll those ankles. Reach those arms long one more time. And then we carefully can bring our feet down. And we are gonna come back up to a sitting position. I'm gonna move my tush just a little bit away from the chair, and I am gonna open my legs wide around the chair. Hands are coming to the pedal. All fingers are on the same side, pushing down with the palm of my hand, sitting up nice and tall. I'm gonna press that pedal down. As I press that pedal down towards my inner thighs, I feel my spine and neck and shoulders and everything growing tall. Resist, keeping that pelvis stable, pulling that chair towards your midline, stabilizing through your core. Really getting a nice stretch. Think about flexing those feet if you can. Sitting tall on those sitting bones. Let's go for 2 more here. Last one. Go ahead, resist that pedal forward and relax for a moment. We're gonna tuck the chin towards the chest. We're gonna hollow out those abdominals. So big hollow belly, shoulders are down. You're gonna pull around that spine and release. Range of motion is definitely smaller. Hollow out every time, even deeper when you're pulling that pedal towards your belly. Last 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, release that pedal. Carefully sit yourself on up, roll those shoulders. We are gonna go ahead, carefully, I'm gonna turn and face you. I'm gonna have a seat on my knees just for a quick second. I am gonna just roll my shoulders. We're gonna just take a quick stretch, reaching our right arm up towards the clouds. I'm gonna press my left arm down, come into a deep lateral flexion over on that side. I'm gonna come down all the way down on my knees. And then I am gonna add some rotation. I'm gonna come to about 45 of my opposite knee, allowing a big spine twist. And then I'll go ahead, rotate my chest back to you and come on up here. Do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna come into lateral flexion, just reach, big stretch. Then I'm gonna rotate diagonally to the 45 of my knee, bring it down, give myself a big spine twist here. And then go ahead, come back on up to where you started. And that completes today's workout. Please let me know if you enjoyed this workout. If you'd like to see more chair workouts, drop a comment below. And until next time, I'll meet you on the reformer. Bye.